Them a say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's another day, it's another show. Yeah, man, big up yourself, people. We appreciate you being here. Sorry for not being here last evening. I was really tired just uploading some other stuff, but I couldn't come on. But big up yourself, people. We are here tonight, final night of the weekend's triple treat, and yeah, man, most anticipated Reggae Boyz squad. And it is this one that, you know, everybody wants to see, and it will be coming up, people. Yeah, man, information up and about. You understand? So big up everybody. You know the thing to do, people. Like the stream. Drop some like on the stream, no man. Drop some like. Yeah, man, share the content. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to become a part of the Coach's Desk family. You know what I mean? So, yeah, people. Thumbs up the video, no man. Thumbs up the video, no man. Oh, that move so. 50 odd people already in a minute. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah, people, so big up on yourself, like up the stream, people, share the content. Yeah, man, whole lot of people on already, you know, just like, as you know, come on, just like the man, just like the stream, people. Yeah, man, appreciate you being here, you know what I mean? So big news, press conference coming up. That press conference will be revealing the Reggae Boyz Nations League's roster. And everybody is interested in seeing this squad. Everybody wants to see that team here. You understand? People just anticipating this team. I don't know why. People, remember to call in. You can call in. You can call in on the show. 876-474 3538. That's the number to call in. Yeah, man, you're free to call in at any particular time. This is a sports show. We want people to call in and let their voice be heard. You know what I mean? Was just watching the encounter between Portmore and Dumby. Boy, I'm a virgin. I get beat up, star. Dumby, I get beat up. You know what I mean? But that's what the thing set, you know. You understand? So Reggae Boyz squad is one of the most anticipated squad right now. Anywhere in the world right now. This is one of the most anticipated squad you can ever think of. And people are so interested in seeing. You understand? Big up to Mannings, man. Big up to all the other vloggers there. Military, Ryan. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself. Everybody. Big up yourself. No, I can't remember all the names. Dre, anyway, that. Big up yourself. Everybody. You understand? So, we're here to have this discussion, people. Will there be a surprise? Or any surprise in the squad? We hear some things. But, we don't know. Let us see. I can't wait. Hey, listen. Only need to drop on a question in the comment section. Some of the things what you would want to be asked in that press conference, because sometimes on the top, but we're not asking the things that you want us to. We especially cataract. You understand? Especially cataract. When time question ask and then something, you know, cataract always come on and say, yo, we not ask this, yo, we not ask that. You understand? So right there and then drop on a question. But people, we want to get into the discussion. I'm eager to get into the discussion for people to share their views I want you to, you know, you can call in right away, people. Who you anticipating being in this squad? Who you anticipating being in this squad? You understand? A Reggae Girl squad was dropped the other day, you know. Yeah, man, a Reggae Girl squad was dropped. And, yeah, man. Is there any DM? Yeah, man, you can message me too, man. You can message me, man. Message me on Instagram or you can message me on the coaches there. The same number I read out a while ago. You can always message me on that number. You understand? That's where you can find us. Alright, so me drop the link, me pin the link. Number is up and about. Calling. I think this shit's a calling show tonight, you know, people. Yeah, man. Call in and let your voice be heard. Where say actually a direct message at no DM. Oh, defensive midfield attack. Romy and Liverpool are going for your Liverpool side. What's happening with the Liverpool side? People, we have 100 people on the stream right now. And we only have 60 likes. No, man, this like should be at least 90 likes. We're giving at least 10 people the chance. Those who are driving and can't touch their phone. You understand? Run up the likes, people. Run up the likes. Alright, so Fresh God in the building. Big up yourself, Fresh God. Stefan right in the building. Oh, me know what that Fresh. Are they something no plug in? Alright. I don't know why. Welcome to the show, caller. You're live on the coach's desk.
We go Coach Wednesday, Coach Garfield.
Coach Garfield, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm here.
So one of my biggest thing me want to touch upon, okay, is a CDM position. We are asked with striker, we are asked with that, but the coach been IFF for so long. When are we gonna start out that position? Because I feel like that's the main position we need to worry about now. All along, that's one of our biggest challenges.
Yep,
CDM position.
It is our biggest challenge, and I do believe that this coach, if you notice, persons have been tried since Cameroon, since Argentina, the 2 Trini games. So, from what I'm seeing, the coach is actually working on it. But it is one of those positions that are, you'd call it a position that endangered. I don't know if he's hearing what is happening. You there, Garfield?
Yeah, me.
Okay. I don't know if this position is endangered, but it's a tough position to fill. It's a very hard position in terms of people, mainly strikers, wingers, defenders out there, goalkeepers. But the CDM is very difficult position to find. But I certainly believe that based on what I've seen from the games, that the coach is actually seeking to find one. Will he find one from the plethora of players that he used in those games? I am not sure. You understand? But we hope to see. We have to carry one go Mexico. So, I would want to think that it might be one of the biggest surprise of the team, if you ask me.
Exactly. And like I say, Coach Minzy, me as a coach, as a football coach, when I pick my team, and I know say me not have a certain position. For this a coach I be in the job for so long, and I mean I'm sure personally might tell him say, yo, CDM is our biggest position. Forget about strike and all that stuff. But if we not have a CDM, we not have a CDM for all long. Still we would have asked it. Isn't it? We not have a CDM for so long. We feel like this man should have come in long time and looking at the Premier League or the Jamaican Premier League or whichever league, is it me? And pick a person, push personnel out and work with a person there. I would feel like me not see that I go on still, cause me I look up on the team in and out from game after game, and me still assist. Even the last game versus Trinidad, like the midfield was the weakest thing, isn't me? Not having a personnel inside the center midfield, isn't it?
Or somebody for calm the game.
If even if say yo, Damian Lowe, I go like them do it before. Me not say that that's the best thing for the, but Damian Lowe, or even who can play CDM position too. My boy, the right back you what do you have? When him again the young you they play for when they play for Portland Timbers, the young you would use my right back.
You mean Alvas?
No, not Alvas. No, that the young you man.
I don't know who that.
Let's back him play a right back. He can play either or. He can play centre back too. The young you man, when name again? The young name again
Who that matter?
Who would you use in a qualifier as left back?
Left back? We use Greg Lee. We use Amari Bell.
Okay.
So I don't know who we are there.
Who these right back? Who these are right back?
Javian Brown, Alva Sport.
Javian Brown. I feel like Javian Brown can be a decent CDM.
You think Javian?
Me feel like Javian. Yeah. Me feel like Javian Brown can be a decent CDM. And even Damian Lowe too. If the coach sit down and work with Damian Lowe and make him understand the position, feel tall frame, he's very intimidating. I feel like Damian Lowe can hold in that position on it. But that is me. I talk about as a coach when we meet one talent and I say, yo, we can change that personnel to a personnel. We feel like Javian Brown and Damian Lowe can be a good CDM with Jamaica look for. But that is me. I put in my 2 cents. But I feel like forget about striker, forget about everything else. I feel like the CDM position. Me as a coach, I look on Jamaica year after year, World Cup qualifying after World Cup qualifying. We still have not sought out the CDM position. I feel like by now that's something we should have been doing a long time.
But Carl,
the CDM position are killing.
Coach, you have to understand, and you know. Well, based on the situation that Jamaica is a unique situation. In order to get citizenship and that things like that for persons of interest. Yeah, you understand?
Right.
So it's not that easy to just get a player of that ilk, because I know I'm position that is, like I said before, it's an endangered position, So I know like most people now sit in a defensive section because it takes a lot. You understand? So remember, we have to get passport. We have to get a whole political thing. A whole political noise. So and we can't the position are tough, brother.
Exactly. And just like you lost our words or if define it, I feel like I saw the Jamaica team I go about it, brother. We are go about it, I will now look deep in that position there. And that I mean to need to look on.
Yeah, but
just like you lost our words, I feel like that's something Jamaica.
No, but remember, right through Coach Whitmore tenor, Paul Hall, I know this.
We never have a CDM.
People look CDM. Remember, them are try players in the CDM, but none of the coach.
No, brother, I like other position. I look on other position different from that.
No, man, not CDM people look, man. Here what we don't want. We don't want we convert a man like a Javian, bro. Which me, in my estimation, I don't think that position would fit him. You understand? I don't think that Javian Brown could take up that position. So, in terms of converting somebody, I don't see anybody in the team that we can convert. Remember, we tried Low there, Low said no one play this so. Tapper was the bravest coach to try him there, and it never worked out well. You understand? Remember, Damian Lowe has been playing centre back all his life, so it would have been kind of difficult to just ship him out in that position. Me not think say it would have worked out.
I want to ship out our best for the team
position.
Yeah, alright. So look on this now. I'm glad you say that. Alright, we have to put that beside it. Alright. So you feel like with all these camps that the coach have been having, have you ever pull a man to the side and say, yo, youngster, I'm gonna work with you. Make a role in that position, yeah. Can I someone me with you know?
Yeah,
if
but
we have a team, like, for example,
carrying two youngsters, Splat and Casanova.
He carrying two, but then they play big. Man, the man have put different person in a position.
Well, what I heard is that remember Splat get a game, you know. And based on what the coach saw of him that time, obviously the coach was okay with what he saw. He didn't need to see anything more. But with Casanova, from what I understand is that Casanova might be hurt. You understand? So I don't like one position like a forward. You can turn a midfield line to a forward, brother. This CDM position, I want import. The CDM position important like the center back and goalkeeper. It's like how we can't play the game without the goalkeeper. Yeah, man. I saw me look on it. We need a CDM based on what we have. But, I mean, it takes time. It takes time. Precious time, too.
Alright, Mr. Yasek, coach. But, like me say, as a man who are coming at the job, I'm sure whoever's in charge that put on certain positions and say, yo, boom, these are the positions that we need at. I'm gonna feel like that position still haven't get sorted out. Isn't it? Every man I'm talk about striker, this striker, that, but like me say, CDM is one of Jamaica's biggest problem. One of the biggest problem I kill with year in, year out, game in, game out, we don't have no CDM. We don't have a true defensive midfield who can say, yeah, I play ball, I do him job. Now I make the wild tackle. Them type of thing that we need to sit down and kind of like build up personnel. You see me? Cause like I said, we have centre back left and right.
Mm-hmm.
We have striker left and right. We have winger left and right. No CDM not at all. We call a CDM name.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? So that I think we feel like that's something. If we need to go forward, qualify and all that stuff, we need that. Okay, man. Like the next thing I'm gonna touch on is we feel like Jamaica needs to build a and I mean this might be for your next topic. We see like USA, England and every country have what we can call it a ground. You see, we feel like Jamaica needs to do that. Them have landed, them need to build a ground where when the ball them come, them stay that kind of facility there.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, man, I get what you say. But the Borough Center of Excellence, that's what they are using now. So the players must stay?
Yeah,
you would prefer a new facility to be
developed. You understand? So when yeah, like a hotel or something like that where you say this is the football them stay. The football and them stay so and then them jail right so. Now we're about no hotel this and hotel that. I feel like Jamaica and the JFF need to build a kind of like a ground. You see me? Where the ball them come in and stay there so.
But that's the Horace Burrell Center of Excellence. That's what that was made for.
And them stay?
Yeah, that's why they. But
the thing is.
Huh?
What?
That's why they created that space.
Okay. So this is when the ball of them come in, the foreign ball of them come in, and they say them stay. They say them resign and them thing.
So alright, when them have camps, them stay there. So when them don't have camp, them come in for go train. Them go hotel.
See, exactly. So what I try to say is them need to be, it's usually like England now. England them have this little center thing where when the ball of them come in, them stay there so, them train there so, and they say them stay. They make the player them stay together, train together and all that. So they have ball where I go here so and I go home. So I mean because you have understand saying no.
Yeah, but
so when them ball when them come in
that go on. That me I tell you say it go on.
But you must know.
Either them got the Oriel Center of Excellence, which is up by UWI. That's where they stay. If they are coming for an international game, they are housed at a hotel, and they move to the training area. Remember, I said the hotel now have a training base, you know. The hotel now have no feel of it.
Exactly. So and I go to my next point now. That's what I'm trying to say. So when they build this facility now, it have everything. It have the house, it have the training ground. So my man want to do extra work in the car. I just look on this.
But what I'm not calling it. I said the borough, the facility up at UWI, that is what it is for.
Yeah, but you are trying to say them stay on hotel too.
That is when they have international games.
Okay. So when I try to say more, so when I say this facility in my talk about is an all-purpose thing. It's an all-purpose thing. We have everything. You see me? It have the hotel, it have the training, it have everything. Cause what I try to say is, you have certain people or you have certain man when them come in. You see me? Not say everything, Baba. You have certain man will come for international do that and do other stuff. Them no discipline power on the game, focus on the game and all that stuff. Which I understand, so them are coming, them want to see them family or whatever it may be, but you have to have certain man with a lock-in. So you see me, so when you have this ground now, you have rules, you have regulation, you have curfew and them thing there. You see where I go with it?
Yeah, man, me hear what you say, man.
So when you have this ground now, you have rules, regulation, curfew, so and a certain man can't do certain things and can't go certain way and come back in whenever they feel like. Yes. Stay this and you lock in, so you say, yo, international do this, you lock in and a game day. You know have a man will go party and then I come in and have a game next day and day after that. You see me? That's how we do it in America, you know. When you in America, we put in at the hotel, and you can't leave until championship done, until the tournament done. You have the bank curfew lockdown. We go eat, we come back and we stay there, so. We go train, we come back and we stay there, so. So no matter what you do, you want to go, you have to lock in for what you need to do. So when you have a certain personnel know what they are out and this, a man can call up him umbrella and say, yo, come pick me up and him go and party and come back. You see me I say? So I mean I just look upon the more touch points there, but me always the issue anyways, you see me?
Yeah man, big up yourself. Alright, cool. The only thing that we can do with that idea that the coach was saying is that we could actually improve the facility that is already there. You understand? But in terms of to just go and make a hotel, you have to think about revenue generation and taking care of the facility. Because remember, we don't have international games every week. So it's kind of difficult to maintain something like that. You understand? And these players, I mean, when they're at the center of excellence, they don't leave as they please. When they're at the hotel, they don't leave as they please. It's best for somebody to come and visit them rather than them leaving. You understand? So I think it's an idea that he's throwing out that is already there. I think it just needs to improve on what is already at the center. You understand? So people waiting on some more calls, you can call in. You understand? Yeah man, big up yourself people. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, it's a call-in show. Call in. Drew Fortis 07 Brown. Big up yourself for that super chat. We might not have another game for the next few months. Yeah, man. So that facility has to be what we have at the center of excellence. All we need to do is just improve on it. Because we can't change up what is there already. We can improve on it. Because you can make a hotel and you look at about 20, 30 people coming the most for international games. It might be... You see things start tear down the walls and them thing and renovation and them thing that is going to be costly. Better you just add on to what is already there at UA. You understand? Alright, so people call in. So people, tomorrow there's going to be a press conference. will be there happening tomorrow to reveal the squad. This is one of the most anticipated squad ever. I see one of the comment in the comment section said this one is even more anticipated than the Adidas deal because many persons want to see the squad that is upcoming, people. Will there be surprise? I believe that there's going to be a surprise or surprises in the squad, and people are going to be talking until the game. You understand? So, as I said before, you can drop your question, you can come on, you can call in and tell us what are some of the things that you'd want, you know, to be asked in that press conference. And yours truly will try my best to get in some of those questions. You understand? Big up to all the people who like the video. 103 likes. Big up yourself. Really appreciate it. Rob Smith, Coach, this you didn't answer my question. Do we have links in immigration so we know the squad before the game? A Sunday, you know. Oh, links in immigration can tell you the squad before. Well, certainly look like Richard King and Trevante Stewart is a part of the squad. We are about Greg Lee. You understand? And we know Leon Bailey and them Monday. The surprise might be a surprise. So let's look out to see. The press conference is going to be at 11. Yeah, man, the press conference will be at 11. And definitely we are looking forward to that. The coach will be talking. I think the manager will be talking. And people can ask questions in relation to the team that was selected. The missing individuals, they see a position that wasn't filled and so forth. So definitely, you understand. So the thing seem like, I mean, a lot of us want the Reggae Boyz to go to Mexico to do well. Every one of us want. But we have to take into consideration that this Mexico team is a team that is very good at home. You understand? This Mexico team, very good at home. I remember, you know, some good teams we have over the years now. We have never beaten the Mexico team in Mexico. Have we? A lot of ballers try. So it we have gotten good results there, but certainly we have never really had a positive result in terms of a win in Mexico. So we want to go there, we want to put on a show, we want to do well, and we want to get the fans up on a boat. You understand? Diane answer, big up yourself. Big up yourself. So how King I get called up for Mexico game? Where do you get that information? So are you saying, Diane, that he's not called up for the Mexico game? Before me answer that question. Because I can tell you a trend, you know, that I see why I say that. Ask about accommodation, physio, and travel arrangements. Alright? Make sure to take my notes, you know. Nitro, so if you ask about accommodation. You see, based on when Jamaica leaving, they're leaving Friday, you know. That of course I'm going to have to ask about why couldn't the team be in Mexico before. I guess they'll be leaving for Montego Bay tomorrow. They'll be leaving for Montego Bay tomorrow. And that's where they'll be staying. You understand? And then everybody moved to Mexico. Yeah, man, we joined 20. Yeah, man, but we don't get no win. Omar and Dexter gone back to their clubs. Actually, asks. So what is the surprise then? Management said a squad out there. I have the squad. King is on the flyer. Yeah. That easy thing that Rob Smith. There's some people now follow the thing, you know. The press conference will be tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. You understand? Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Diane Sir Richard King should not be in the squad. Where's the broad man? We only win a fight down in Mexico. One day, where's the first responder? One day, the surprise is to recall Grant. We don't know. If it is a surprise, I'm gonna tell you. Then you're not gonna see it as a surprise when it happens, man. But let me tell you now what go on. On the drop on a question, man. On the stop ask me about the surprise. If me tell you the surprise, now gonna be a surprise, man. The surprise now gonna be a surprise. Oh, now move so. Oh, now move like Richard Tiddlywinks, you know. I said, Jason, I gotta drop the squad and reach home. Alright, so press conference tomorrow at 11. You understand? Nation League squad will be announced there. You understand? That's where the Nations League, that's the team to Mexico, will be announced there. You understand? The players are going into a camp tomorrow at the Holiday Inn in Montego Bay. So that's where they will be gathered. You understand? And that's where they leave from Friday, the 24th. That's where they will leave from. So they leave Jamaica the 24th, 2 days before the crucial game. I don't know if that is too near. You understand? I don't know if that is too near to the game time. So, yeah, man, the press conference will be via Zoom. Up to the minute where that's a Raheem Sterling in the squad. Simon draw one card last night. I'm shocked he still have subscribers left. What do you mean by Rob Smith? Of course, the squad was revealed. But at the female squad, the man attack. Okunsana, where is the oligarch to come give us the news? Oligarch, probably the pan road. Richards, big up yourself. Let's say grand news. Oh, what a grand news. Don't know because I don't know who's a surprise player. Why we always that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have. Issa is saying ask the coach that he got enough time with the squad before the game, and if so, if no, why didn't that happen? Alright. Write down that. But Issa, you know, I get enough time with a something the team, you know. With an international team, especially on window shot, you know. So I guess that question is really a given, you know. Yeah, man, that me I said that are the problem I have with the time, you know. You understand? Man never put that until after the video drop. Oh. Probably backlash. I don't know. Whisper made the team. Fresh news, y'all. Up to the minute. Craig Butler. I go play CDM. I think it's kind of close. I think it's kind of close. Very close. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me know say that can't ask, man. Me just be. No, Whisper and his squad now gonna be surprised. I say, surprise me and replace Earl Bailey. And easy enough for us to respond up. Cataract. Welcome.
Coach.
What going?
I'm in the dark.
You're not the dark. You love darkness in brother. Cataract, people them say you talk about one surprise player, you know. I don't know what go on. The people them depart, you know. Will there be any surprises in the team?
Yes, there will be.
How many surprises, Cataract?
At least one.
At least people wanna hear it, so my title spot on. At least one surprise will be in the squad.
There'll be at least one new face.
At least one new face. And that is confirmed.
That's my intelligence.
Hey, this man is like Renato Adams, you know. Act on intelligence.
Not the JFF will pay dearly. Very dearly.
But Cataract, based on what?
There'll be at least one new face. I am absolutely positive about it.
At least one new player, okay. But based on what is happening, when the team will travel, they will leave for Montego Bay tomorrow, right? And they will leave for Mexico on Friday. You know, things say that not too close, man.
So the team, the last match in England was today. So the players arrive tomorrow and then leave for Mexico the same day. That means there'll be no training. There won't be a training camp in Jamaica.
No, if that's the case.
Right. Well, I guess it's because they're not chartering flights anymore. Or should they be chartering a flight? Should that be an expenditure line item for the Adidas big bucks that have come in? Because I think this team would have benefited from getting... Well, let me put it this way. I think that one of the positives from the World Cup campaign was that for crucial qualifiers, we were not taking commercial flights. And we took chartered air travel. And I believe that's one of the reasons why the team was able to not capitulate in Mexico during the World Cup qualifiers. I believe that the short travel time, even though they had some issues at customs, if you remember, when they try to hide them luggage and search everything. But I think the non-commercial travel was critical in crucial qualifiers. I don't know if that's something you have to just think about. Right. But again, for me, coach, but all the time I say to you, logistics is like sometimes we play against 12, 13 players. So we play against the 12th man, that is the fan, and we play against the 13th man, which is the JFS logistic and administrative team. Because very rarely, and I can't think of any time that they would have gone ahead and put Jamaica in a better position. So let us see.
Yeah, let us see how this one will work. But Cataract, people want to know if Anthony Grant still, you know.
No, it's not.
Can you categorically tell us that it is not Anthony Grant?
I can categorically tell you that it's not Anthony.
So people, there you have it. It's not Anthony Grant.
Tell you that,
huh?
that Anthony Grant played a friendly match with the under 23s this weekend. He's not Anthony Grant. He's on. But even his thing, really, Chelsea was watching Conte in terms of the last couple of days. Like he's going to retain his free agent status until the end of the season, in case anything happens. And the arrangement I understand with Chelsea is that if anything should happen, he can sign a 1 day or a 1 week contract.
So Chelsea still a signed player?
You can sign players in this window who are free agents and who are not on a contract. You can't have a transfer. You can't have a transfer. But that because he was at Dagenham and Redbridge training before he was invited to his World Club. And I suspect it's because of the fragility of N'Golo Kante. They were fighting on two fronts. I don't know if I think they're still in Europe.
Oh.
They're still in Europe, and they're in a desperate position. So they've suffered at that position, Remember, they've sold Jorginho. So it was cool. I'm training back at his old place where he spent 17 years. So. So you're all right with you, but no, it's not. And I don't think that Jamaica was receptive to the idea. But you'll have a new face, and we'll see how those players who have been drafted in cope with Mexico.
Because Mexico, of course, is the high altitude place. If you run toward your frizzle out your stomach, I not to say your stomach, your stomach.
No, it's not. It's not really a stomach, coach. It's breathing rarefied air. I've been to Mexico on 3 occasions. One time was not in the highest of altitudes. That's when we had the under 17 because we didn't play at the Azteca. They played in the team that plays in red and black. That's where we play. Our group was the group that Jamaica was in. That's where we were. But both times, people don't understand what I don't know. For those who don't understand altitude, and from Andres, go up a Blue Mountain Peak. I know altitude that bad, man.
No, sir.
I know altitude that, brother. That's like 2 steps on a ladder. Coach, it was about 400 steps, like literally 400 or 500 steps you have to walk up to get into the Azteca. Every 15 or 25 steps, I have to sit down in a coach. It took me about a good so them time I never this big. We still, take me never did fat. So it took me like about half an hour to walk up the step them or more. And when you reach at the top, you're gasping for air. What you're breathing doesn't have, it is air, but it don't have any oxygen, so your lungs burn you. Well, my lungs were burning me. The only time now when you get back and we were sitting in the stadium now and everything seemed all right. And then the man them start light a bag of flare inside of the stadium. So that is sucking up some of the oxygen to it. It was a nightmare. Yes,
but Clive Gordon in the comment section is saying the later you go there, it will be better for you because you last longer.
Well, I don't have the professional knowledge to say whether you go there. Some people say you just turn up and go and play. Others say you need to go and acclimatize. Right? So I it's not my profession, so I don't speak out of turn. But I do know there are other things, like you can't drink the water. And people just think, I'm just going to buy bottled water. You can't take the ice. You have to sit. You have to buy some ice tray and set the ice. You have to buy bottled water, pour it out and set the ice. Never you dare drink ice when you go out. You can't do it. You end up with running belly. Right? But damn, do they make a good taco. They have this taco, the name starts with a A, but it's like a pork. What?
Where's the Aka?
I didn't know that Haka was a new player.
Huh?
I didn't know Haka was a new player. But why did people get so... But I want to ask, though, Coach, and I think I've asked this before, I want to ask the fans, why is it that Jamaica is always nearly the last country in the world to name their team in a FIFA window?
We are not in a FIFA window.
This is the FIFA window.
The window not started.
Yes, the window's begun.
When?
12 midnight, the London Standard Time. Yeah, that's when the window began.
Okay. I can never tell that. You probably need to ask. We probably need to ask at a press conference tomorrow.
Right, but the England named the squad, Wales, Scotland, Italy, one whole bag of country and named them team. And it's not, because it's not like it's a competition where if somebody get injured in the last weekend, you just simply replace them.
Yeah, but there must be a reason why we are delaying it, or why the coach has delayed it. So, yeah,
but it's not only Coach Hagrimson.
Yeah, no. Or the pause that be no want it Lego so early. So, but anyway, you take it, players are gonna be scouted. So if you can't hide nothing in this football age right now. So if I hide them, I hide players, me don't know.
Jamie Ricketts, when is tomorrow? The world has 24 time zones. So it's long been tomorrow. It's like nearly 4 hours ago it's been tomorrow in England. Right? This is where I call it again, GMT. That's the time, the Greenwich Mean Time. We're Big Ben. That's
yeah, so Qatar, everybody has said start tomorrow, but we can't use the England Big Ben for work with our time.
The FIFA time at the headquarters in Spain.
So really, that you are going to use for we Qatar FIFA
time, I know them use.
Eh? So you are going to use that for with the FIFA time in Spain?
No.
Are there going to be a few hours late?
No, but I'm saying that way before the window comes, other teams, United States has dropped their squad, Mexico dropped their squad. All of these countries dropped the squad because it's the FIFA window is not a deadline for you to announce your squad. Mm-hmm. It's a deadline for which players can be released. Two different things. What I've heard is that, you don't want to name the squad and then somebody get injured. Well, that happens to every team in the world. If somebody gets injured on the last weekend, you replace them.
Mexico will be playing a match the 23rd, I believe. Can anybody confirm that? We and Harris are the same old JFF, you know. Why? Me no know, brother. It look like the more things have changed is the more things have remained the same, you know. Me not sure, you know. But me want to believe, say, look like no socks pull up, you know, brother. In Qatar?
Well, I've looked at the press side of the things, right? I've looked at the press side of it. And I'm saying that administratively, there are things that I know, some really, really, really disturbing things, but me just have tried, and it's not to do with the coach. All administratively.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day.
So the socks them not pull up. The socks them not pull up.
Maybe one day, if things don't work right or whatever, maybe one day we'll have a discussion about why Ivan Toney is not a Jamaican international.
Yeah, listen me, Qatar. Listen me. You said that Ivan Toney something there.
No, maybe one day.
No, that Ivan Toney something there. Me never want to. Remember, say Ivan Toney never come out and say he want to play for Jamaica. Man want to play for England, So that make no sense we talk about Toney, man.
No, I'm saying maybe one day we'll have an honest discussion and the JFF can tell us, since they're so transparent. And it's not the coach. That's the only reason why I'm for who I met. Why it is in 2023. Not talking about any other time or whatever. Why is it in 2023 we lost out on this player? I know, simple something. But
For me, though, Cataract, good player, big loss.
no, a big
But
loss, and I
but
wish him
what me I
well.
say, Ivan Tony never want to play for the Reggae Boys. That's what me I say. So
Or
it
did
don't make no
some,
sense. Oh, we
or did,
talk about the JFF not do this and the JFF not do that.
or
The
did
player,
someone make
mm-hmm.
a contact with two very senior players in the Premier League who would have been of tremendous help to Jamaica, and they breached protocol. Put it at that.
Okay.
In like an amateur way. But the man wanted to play for his country of his birth. God go with him. I don't have no problem with that. You know, no. We fight. I believe the coach tried. I thank Mikel Antonio. I know that he tried. Right? I mean, I know that he went full court press. Fitzroy Simpson, Marcus Gale. A lot of people were trying, but somebody screwed the pooch. So, but I think we have our team. We saw the left back situation with Amari Bell playing the 90 minutes. So I don't know if Luton were trying, I think. But if they don't release the player, I would want to see if the new JFF administration is resilient and takes the matter to FIFA. You know.
Hold on there, before you move on there. Jairus. Me no think based on utterances, Jairus. Me no think Ivan Tony did want to play. Yeah, you're right. We still not fully know, but it's based on what is out there in the media. Why I can speak like that. I don't think he wanted to play for Jamaica. The man has said that at England. Remember the interview him, the man at England him want to play for. So even if me don't know the truth, the full truth, but based on what him saying at those interviews, I can conclude that he did not want. And I've moved on from Ivan Tony long time. That's why I tell the man them say, stop follow up this Ivan Tony something.
Suppose, let me ask you, and this is just the last question, right, and we get back to the thing. What if he doesn't play in this window? Like if Southgate called him up and bench him?
So you feel so for pursue again?
No. I am asking. Or what if Southgate does what I think he's going to do, which is bring him on in like the 85th minute or the 88th minute if they're losing a game badly, or because he's not going to take off Harry Kane. He lives and dies by Harry Kane. I can't tell the last time Harry Kane has been substituted like in a crucial game, or Harry Maguire. He doesn't take those players off generally. You know, it's the Mason Mounts and the Phil Fodens and the Jack Grealish and Ryan Sterling, the pieces around he tinkers with. But he doesn't take off like Declan Rice. You know, players that he believe in. Kyle Walker. They have to be injured to come off. So, being the number 9, I don't see a sign going up. I mean, if England is winning 3-0, which is hardly likely because I think it's Italy they are playing in one game, and I can't remember the other one. But it's not a like a walkover. It's not like an Andorra or Gibraltar. You know, it's a good competitive match. I don't see Harry Kane being substituted. You know, and Rashford is in the squad. And if they are to make a change, it would be for Rashford. I know like in the group stage of the World Cup, when they were through already and you wanted to rest Kane, they have brought on players and stuff like that. Like then it happens, I'm talking crucial knockout games where points are on the line. Harry Kane is Southgate's boy. For better or for worse. And the truth is, he has delivered for Gareth Southgate. Time and time again. You know what I mean? So but what would we do if he doesn't go on the field? I mean, which would be like the world press would go crazy if he refuses to take the field. Like that, who was it? As Ronaldo didn't refuse to come on when again I think it was Tottenham for Manu, and that caused a huge furore. But we'll see. But back to our squad, though, coach. As I said, with seemingly with our first choice left backs available, it's still really just the body blow of not having your talisman in Mikel Antonio and your goalkeeper.
Yeah, man.
Right. So I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know how hard you're going to be able to mark Coach Hagrimson if things don't go our way. Because for things to go your way in Mexico, Coach Minzy, everything has to work right. You know, it's like a rubber. You have to get everything right. One false move and I hate that. Look at Fulham today. Did you watch that game, Coach? Fulham were in control of the FA Cup. And one few minutes of madness, and they capitulated, imploded, they blew themselves up. So we have to go there and we have to get it right before, and then we have to get it right for the full 90 plus minutes. And I'm fully beside the team, standing beside the team, whoever the coach picks. But I expect to see Whisper in the team. I think that shouldn't come as a surprise. And if he does make the field, then, you know, you're going to have to answer at this time, because this is not like a person that have been pushing for him to be in the competitive squad. Like say he is the man. Well, he will have to stand up and be the man if that's the case.
But you know, persons still are kind of reserved over this Whisper thing because they're that's why I say persons. So it's not all. They are reserved because they believe that Whisper has done nothing really to get a call up in this national team.
No, I would disagree. I would disagree strongly. He was certainly in the top 3 of the low domestic-based players in the 2 games against Trinidad. So that no, I don't use the word. That will just be bad mind talking. I don't carry any brief or any bucket of water for Craig Butler. But, you know, by the way, he needs to stop calling the player at halftime and giving him instructions and speaking to him. When a player's with the national team, he's no longer your player. I don't see Pep Guardiola calling over Kyle Walker to have a word with him at halftime. It's unprofessional. And I don't think you're going to go to Chelsea. What you're going to go to Chelsea and as bad as my boy is, what you're going to do? Call him over and have a chat? No. You have to know the lines and the boundaries. And that happened at the National Stadium. I think it was captured on video too. Right?
Yeah, man, I saw it.
That is highly. I mean, I understand you're standing in Montego Bay. He was standing in the stands and shouting instructions to Whisper, like you are the coach. The coach gives his instructions. But outside of that, I think he was in the top 3. In the first game, he was there with Busy Atkinson and Omari Hutchinson as the 3 standout players. Then Dexter Lambert-Keith would have come after that. And let Delano splat for his cameo. Now, when he came to the stadium where he got the start in, he didn't score a goal, but he carved out opportunities, or opportunity or 2, and he didn't look bad. He was certainly, who was the better? He was certainly better than Lamar Walker, right? Who was an experienced attacker and winger. Certainly better than him. And he has been Lamar has been in the World Cup qualifying team and the Jamaica national team as recently as when we had competitive games. So I think he deserves this call up. What I think he do is he has to answer the bell
Mm-hmm.
and put the critics silent because first of all, there have been many Jamaicans who have scored on their debut. So if you're hype man and cheerleaders are calling you a wonder kid, then you have to do it. So you haven't outsurpassed a Marlon King, for example, who has scored on his debut, and I think Luton Shelton scored on debut, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. But there have been several Jamaicans who have scored on their debut, so that hasn't happened. So now you've gone now to competitive debut. So I think you need to score in your competitive debut, right? Now, scoring in the Azteca, that was a mystery for us for a long time. But that has happened now. And certainly the last time we were there, Shamar Nichols scored. And so if you're going to want your name calling on the same breath with Shamar, who is playing professionally in Russia, you're going to have to do the do. Because there was a time when we were afraid of Mexico, you know. The time when you go to Mexico, you say, well, never watch the game, then no points now come out tight. But no, but coach, you know the truth. There was a time when they go to Mexico, you expect to get 5 or 6 or 3 a bad beating. You did. I don't expect anymore. So I think he deserves his place.
There's a contention about Lamar Walker, if he's included. You think he should be included in this team for Mexico trip?
Walker is included in the team for the Mexico trip.
Hmm?
I will be the first one with Grimo if he does it. And I don't believe that. Come on. The coach saw that what we all saw. I mean, it's not, I don't laugh at the man's career or anything like that, right? But I'm just saying, in the JFF, you need to have a research and development department. R&D it's called, right? Just in case you never know. So you need to research why some things happen, and you need to have a developmental plan for other things. That's R&D. And we have to research why it is that players who star at this Malin Cup and the Pastor Cup level, the majority of them fail to transition to full professionals. The vast majority.
But some will say, Qatar, that they would have transitioned into professional players. He has been in the USL for years.
Years. How old is Lamar Walker?
Qatar, no little after him leave school, him go USL, man. About 5 years him spend them, man.
5 years was a career coach.
But you say professional, of course he's a professional player.
No, right. So the successful full professional player. Me have a sustained career. A professional career without a breaking injury supposed to be a minimum of 10 years.
Well, not everybody can go to 10 years, Qatar. So if you get 5 years, that's good.
Coach.
Come on, man. You know the thing, man.
A professional.
And I like an administrative professional player, like football. Like this is utilizing your body physically, brother.
You know, we have double standards, right?
No, it's not double standard, Qatar.
Let me explain. We want to say that people like Anthony Grant, Legion Mariappa are older than old, ancient more than ancient, right?
No, me not talk about that. Me I talk about playing career.
Let me finish. And they have sustained playing careers for over 15, 20 years. What I'm saying to you, and would permit me as the host, a professional career should start at age 18 when you sign a professional contract. And generally, it's accepted that a good professional career should take it to age 28 at minimum. To have to be described as having a successful career. barring injuries, because if you break your leg or you have a career-ending injury, right? But barring that, you generally, matter of fact, should be more, but at least at 10 years.
Cataract, let me ask you this. Remember this young player who, is it Bolton Wanderers or Crystal Palace? One of those clubs. What name? Maurice or something like that. He had a heart issue and him fell down on the field and he was there. They tried to defibrillate him for like 75 minutes.
Okay.
And he retired from football because of his heart condition. Are you gonna say that he must play a little bit a year of professional footballer, being a professional footballer, and you wouldn't count him as being a professional footballer?
No, Coach, I think you're having selective hearing. Firstly, you heard me say, barring career-ending injuries.
No, but if a man do 2 to 5 years in a profession, Cataract.
Isn't that a career-ending injury? It's a career.
Yes.
Right.
It wasn't an injury. Man just have a situation. You don't call that injury.
Career-ending injury or medical imperative, meaning you are retired in the interest of the doctors, right?
But Cataract, I'm saying to you,
hold on now.
Do you not consider 1 year being a professional footballer, a person who is a pro? You wouldn't call somebody who play 1 year in England a professional footballer?
Have you missed the adjective when I said a successful professional career?
No, Cataract, you can't use that.
The word successful is there and I kept saying you successful.
No, but you cannot use that.
What do you mean I can't use that?
You can't use that and I say because it's success. Whether Cataract, you used to work in government. Whether you have a successful time in that career, yes or no, you are still a professional.
I'm not this.
So Cataract, you are play son and man a killer every day, and you can't win a clash. You're still a professional son man. But you're dead every minute. This a son a killer, that a son a killer. You're still a dead, but you're still a professional son, man.
And you stuck on the word professional. I've never said that Lamar Walker is not a professional.
But then why would I have the conversation?
Because you keep ignoring the word when I said successful.
But you cannot. That's why I ignore it because that no stand.
You have many people who have professional careers that are woeful.
See him like Cataract with the sound thing.
No, please don't do that. Right? Because me have David Radigan head for my mantle, me have Kilimanjaro head for my mantle, and Basin is head for my mantle. So don't try that.
You don't kill a sound. Nobody knows you say Cataract kill a sound. Every time you say that there's a close call or whatever. Anyways, if that is your criteria, no problem.
No. I'm saying to you, once you have been paid to do your career, you are a professional.
Exactly, and that's the point I'm making. I'm not adding the additives that you are putting on.
Okay, well then we don't have to argue. He's a professional.
Exactly.
I am saying research as to why the players have not transitioned into a successful professional career. We have had pros who have been there who sit on a bench for 3-4 years, play maybe 3-4 games, get paid.
Still a pro.
Would you find that as a successful professional career?
No, that's why I'm saying, no, Cataract. Initially when I was speaking, I didn't put successful or unsuccessful. You added that.
No.
And if you're going to use that as your criteria, I have no problem. And I would agree with you. But the fact of the matter is that you're looking at the adjectives, but the fact of the matter is that the players will still be professional, irrespective of them being successful or unsuccessful. And that may I say. Simple. Because he can agree with your point. So if Lamar, some people say if Lamar Walker get picked, them now watch some football again. A long time here people say that if this happen and that happen, them stop watch football, and some of them still are doing it. So
it's the emotion, and I think we know why. Lamar has been a failed international player. So he has been a professional footballer, but he's an international.
With the talent that he has, I don't think he has lived up to the potential, to be honest. Very good footballer, but he has not lived up to the potential.
How do you call very good?
All right. He shows glimpses.
And it has not translated
Right.
into either a successful professional career or a top-level professional career, right? Or an international career. He's a bit part player for Jamaica. He comes on a few minutes. He maybe get a start here, get dropped the next game. So what people saw coming out of Jamaica College is not what they got. And I've been saying that the Jamaica Football Federation...
We are talks to come from Jamaica College.
No, sorry, not Jamaica College.
Clarendon College.
Clarendon College, right? It's not what they got. There's another young man from Jamaica College.
Maggie.
Right, okay. So, I don't know, maybe I could be facetious and say people who come from colleges don't have good careers, but people who come from high school have career. Because Boza came from a high school and he had a career. Kaim Paris came from a school and he had a good career. But so far, so, but I'm saying we really need to get to the real root cause of it so that we can prevent it from happening in the future. Because what we want, listen, when you have a sporting career, generally starts at 80, then you retire at 35. Generally. All things being equal. No medical, no injuries, no gambling, no ban, no strip off your clothes. By the way, coach, a man strip off his clothes in a nightclub.
Hold on. Where we reach, sir?
Hold on now.
How we reach, sir, Cataract?
How we reach a Kyle Walker?
That's why I tell you, say, you're always dead in a clash them now. What kind of argument that you got with Bowman strip off him? Cataract, forget that story. We don't want to hear that one there.
No, because
Cataract, I'm going to mute your Cataract. We don't want to hear that story there. Use one different example.
Okay, a man was caught on camera in very compromising positions in public, and yet he made the England Nation League squad. And the reason why I raised it is because I think it has those players who play right back and who have been delusional. I would think, whether it's for, you look at a player like Tyreek Lamptey, who was not delusional, maybe they are the bright ones. Because if you have all those transgressions and then England still say, boy, with all of those transgressions, we still are selecting you. However, you have a man like Max Aaron that sit down and say, boy, I wait for England. A Kyle Walker Peters get a one call and say, I wait for England. Yet your time can't come even when the player who is in your stead has behaved inappropriately and breached all kind of moral codes. To the point where Gareth Southgate, maybe because I'm reading, said he's not going to be the moral police.
Okay. But next time use one different example.
No, but I read somewhere else, But
Qatar, before you talk what you read, Brain Drain is asking if you're a professional kickboxer.
No, martial arts fighter.
Were you a professional martial arts?
Yes, sir. I received payment to fight.
Oh, but you didn't have a successful, so it no count.
I didn't. Okay, tell him to go and look back to 1993 and see who held the belt in England. Tell him to look back to 1994 and see who held the belts in Scotland and Ireland, sir.
Okay.
No, it's not. Appreciate it.
The man said, go check. Go.
Check. Unfortunately, though, coach, my time came early, and it's not like now when you have the MMA and, people make millions of pounds off of it. But for a young man to get £500 to go and fight, £1,000 to go and fight, it's a whole heap of money for 18-year-old, 19-year-old. You understand? It's a whole heap. buy my first Benz with me at second year, third year in college. You understand? You know, only so. But the fact is that you have in this thing, coach. I believe the Nations League, the squad we put together, qualifying, holding Mexico to a draw, you know, and reaching the semi-finals of the Nation League, I believe would put Jamaica and Jamaican football in a different conversation. The people have to put some respect for our name. All those little juvie warriors, you know, little road march, steel pan warriors. They'll have to take their 1-0 and one thing and be and fall up if we reach the semi-finals and the finals of the Nations League. And God willing, if we're able to lift the Nations League. The respect that goes on that. Because what we have now, coach, are a number of younger professionals. And I saw on Man's Man's channel, I couldn't watch the whole of it, I really couldn't. But you know, 14 and 13-year-olds in the United States coming to say, I want to play for Jamaica. I saw parents bringing their children.
Yeah, man. Big up to Mannings, man. Big up to Mannings, man, on that.
Right? No, you can imagine if Jamaica qualify for the semi-final in the Nation League and Mannings, man, go back there so in a summer when school out. If I forgot call the police for crowd control because mere ball are going to come. Because success breeds success, and success attracts those who are successful. That's how I see it. So I believe that, and I'm saying, if the coach lose a game and we don't make the semi-final, we're not saying grim out, except if Lamar Walker is a starter, you know. But I really believe if you're trusting in the process and you believe in that this is a building, these are building blocks, then we have to allow the field to build. You know what I mean? We can't try moving at the house and they say, boy, the rain are wet way. The man don't have no roof on the house yet. You know what I mean? And then when you look at it now, the Chapalin gone, the Chapalin being, you know, RJ Blake at the back who would have provided some 2 or 3 saves and keep the thing out. And then the security guard at the front. You know, and nowadays, I hope the security at the Beryllium security guards, I really pray that they pull through in the 30 and survive. You know what I mean? It's really sad. You know what I mean? But the security would you know, give the one goal and give us a surety, which would be Antonio. He's not there. So the coach has his hands tied behind his back, but let's see him work his magic.
All right, three attacking local players. Busy, Colin, and Trivante. How would you look at them being in this squad? Because if they make the squad, would there be any issue really, or there would be a good addition?
And no. And here's the thing. Colin and Trivante, they just have to work on their games.
But Cataract, it looked like Trivante is in there, you know, based on that thing that we saw, you know. When the first squad was to be released, you know, Lamar Walker was the cover on face was on the advert, you know. And no, this squad is gonna be announced soon. Trivante and King is on it.
And I wondered about that. I wondered why you're going into a high-profile game and it's not your Amari Bells or Leon Bailey or Jabal Lowe, Andre Gray. Why, you know, Javane Brown? Why wouldn't the very senior professionals not be the headline? I really wonder. And I'm wondering if marketing made a boo-boo. You know, but let's see. But I think that the 2 strikers who are leading in the Premier League, just like when Daniel Green and Atafurai Bygrave were there, I don't think they're at a level that will translate into a successful international. They need games, they need time with the coach, and if they put themselves to it, and I've not been to a training, but I've seen the attitude of um, Colin Anderson on the pitch when when he was giving his start, and it's promising. They can't take anything away from the man. And let's see. But would you put a bet? Would you trust him with your money to the bank? No, sorry. But
I'm not
it
even
can
trusting
go
the
and work
security company, much less.
but that's Chavante.
So don't ask me that. Don't ask me that.
So Van Der thing, I don't think they're ready. Busy is an interesting name because he has made the squads a couple of times on the call hall, but just was never put on the field. And I keep wondering what is it that he's doing in training that even when in the dead rubber game, you remember that the game when we never got World Cup, and even like Christopher Pearson couldn't come on the field. I mean, wondering why, like. Just get him on a cap and give him 1 minute and done. So I don't know. I don't know what's there, and I think that we are blessed with an abundance of wingers at varying levels. Some playing at the highest level: Leon Bailey, Jamal Lowe. You have others knocking at the door in leagues in second tier and third tier European leagues like CFS. CFS is in a top tier because the Ukraine league always seems to get Shakhtar Donetsk and those clubs generally perform into the Champions League group stage, right? They don't get knocked out in the early stage. So CFS. You really have a number of wingers. Then you have the younger boys, Omari Hutchinson, Tyler Roberts. So he's really fighting in that vein. So I don't think I don't know.
But Cataract.
And Whisper.
Cataract.
So Whisper can play on a bit.
Remember, I said it earlier, I think before you came on, that whether Jamaica, if people ain't say me have a team, and I go like say me don't have a team, because the questions they were me ask. I hear you know. But what be I say Cataract? Big up to Richard, the Tiddlywinks boss. He might not know a reason, boss. I am my Tiddlywinks boss. Big up yourself, Richard. Happy Sunday.
Good evening.
I hope church was great.
Yes,
Alright, so
we have to talk over here.
The thing is, Cataract. I said earlier on the stream that it's gonna be very difficult for us to dispose of this Mexico team in Mexico. Even if we have Antonio, we have Amari, we have Blake. If we have 15 players on the field, it will still be difficult to dislodge Mexico in the Azteca. So,
though there were no fans, apparently.
Irrespective of fans or no fans, Mexico has made that place a fortress, you know.
Yeah, man. Traditional
fortress.
Big wigs.
With or without fans. Big teams go there and not going nothing. You understand? Man say me a JFF secret agent. John was there. Why would I make it why would I be a secret agent? Who do that know?
CD, this would be an ideal chance for you to stop gritting your teeth and just to tell the viewers and subscribers that you are not dealing with the transparency issue. You are transparent as it comes, and you want to be crystal clear that you don't have knowledge of the team. Just take this opportunity.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me if you stop gritting my teeth. You understand? You can't tell me that. So
You need-
if
you
you
need
are
to
gonna
deal
tell
with
me
the
say
priority
if you are
in
gonna
that
tell me
sense.
otherwise, I would understand. But when you are gonna say me if you stop gritting my teeth and Virgin, I'm a jovial individual. You understand? Another tough up face thing for me. So you can't
But
tell
you
me
don't
no
want to
grin
take
my teeth.
But you don't want to take the Reggae Boyz make a poppy show. So
Which
you're
pop?
quite right.
Oh
You
me, I
can
mean,
have a laugh. Of course, you can have a laugh. You're entitled to have a laugh. Life is for living. There's no problem there. I'm just saying there's a time. Ecclesiastic says there's a time for everything, a season for everything. So this is
people,
an opportunity.
you see in
Why
the
you have to
game, people, you see in the game
that
when a player.
particular part of what we just said.
Hold on,
Why you
boss
have to
man.
take the chance?
Hold on. You see now the game when you attack the referee has no other choice but to give you a yellow card. You can't just come on the stream and attack me, brother. Say me I take a Reggae Boy then for Papi show. Oh, me and Cataract have good reason and I say, yo, Cataract, think about if this a player make the team or not and whatever. And we are reason and Cataract dissect the thing why him think that player should not be in. And you say Papi show, hey, you think, hey, if you people them beg for you tonight, me I give you a second yellow card. Don't play with me tonight, Richard.
Coach.
I mean, I gonna show you kid, I know every kid teeth a laugh.
Coach.
That me can make you know. And my granny tell me that. Run the talk, Cataract.
No, Coach. I think that you are not reading the referee thing that's coming out from the bald head referee there. Because today, Mitrovic was sent off for touching the referee.
Now
So I want to know, how come this man come and touch the referee today?
No.
The yellow card is get.
No, Cataract. No, say that.
Push the referee.
You so far in there from me?
Verbally push the referee.
Me give him a yellow card, man. I make him know say people ain't can't save him tonight.
Alright, I beg to my friend reason, boss.
He man no reason, boss. He man tiddly wings. And he know this to Cataract. And every kin teeth a laugh, you know.
Man, say man laugh with your dog, yeah, brother.
But me no want him laugh with me. Me a kin my teeth. But I know every kin teeth a laugh.
Yeah, God. We know the seriousness of what
a man say a red, hey, Cataract, a man say a straight red card, he forget, you know.
A straight red.
Can't come grab on for my shirt to chew, you know.
Straight red. Remember, said the Fulham coach gets sent off, you know, for just talk, you know. Straight red. You have a cheap discipline. Oh.
You know, say, he seem like a disciplined person, but he unruly.
Mitrovic seem disciplined too.
Yeah, man, he unruly, man. You stay there.
No, of course. What does that mean? I didn't realize that he had a channel, so I had a chance to visit Rich Pooh Sports. And we'll have a talk. But we are going to do it on the show. But where are we, coach? We're saying about the thing. I think the winger position is the one that we are oversubscribed in. And so it will be difficult for a winger to break through, barring injury to one of our first choice wingers. But something else I want to say, coach, and then, you know, Richard can certainly interject on this. What role is the best role for Daniel Johnson?
I think attacking midfielder Daniel thing, you know. Remember the first game that Daniel played for Jamaica Cataract, it was in Saudi Arabia. You understand?
He scored on his debut?
Huh?
That's the game where he scored on his debut?
Yeah, man. Remember, right. Remember, he was in an attacking role. He was stringing the passes. He impressed me in that game. He played really well. So I think that's the sort of a game that we want to see Daniel Johnson play. We don't want him in a no CDM role. We want him at the AM role where he can roam like Digicel and string the passes and get in goal scoring position and hit that onion bag. Because Daniel Johnson has been scoring goals for his club as well. So I don't know, look at Tiddlywinks baller. You understand?
I agree with you, CD.
Man, so
Regarding
like
the position
you sound like the
for
Archbishop
Daniel
of you talk like the
Johnson,
Archbishop
I
of
think that's where he
Canterbury.
feels most comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Which one course the yellow card
The
make Rich Fool
man
sound like
feel
the
most
Archbishop of
comfortable
Canterbury.
in that particular position. Cataract coaches that I've come on the show tonight to share.
Big up to Raymond.
and
Big up to
reason
Raymond
with your good
Asburn.
self.
Security. Hold on this. A super chat drop on the board. Big up to Raymond. Security. Hector and his squad. As we say now, Raymond, one surprise I gonna pop out of the hat tomorrow. Let us wait and see if it is Hector. Go ahead, Tiddlywinks.
No, I heard that the announcement has been delayed, but I wanted to reason about the Reggae Boyz team and to give my support and give my 2 pennies regarding the discussion around the Jamaican squad. What I was picking up from listening, I was listening to the show for the last 20 or so minutes, and I was very interested to hear what Cataract was speaking about regarding the likes of Ivan Toney and various players who have selected England and may not get a starting role, may not get many minutes and time on the pitch. But I wanted to focus back on the Reggae Boyz themselves. My question is, Cataract and CD, viewers and subscribers, what is the identity or the culture that you want to see for the Reggae Boyz? I.e., the players who represent the Reggae Boyz, what kind of players are you looking for? Players who are committed without question or hesitation to the cause, beg, scrape and borrow, try to really put out the PR machine to persuade certain players to come on board. What is the culture of the Reggae Boyz? Do you want a full-hearted chief as Coach Heimer, or are we going to have this patchwork of players potentially coming into the squad? And by the way, can I just have a quick word about Lamar Walker? It's funny, you know, Lamar Walker, from what I've seen, he is one of the most inconsistent players. But I must say, if you ask me, is he talented? I know you said that he's been playing in the USL, and now I think he's with Portmore United. I was watching one of these. I was watching Harbourview versus Tivoli today. Interesting. He produced one of the balls of the games when he almost put Colin Anderson through. He showed in that moment the attacking ability and creative mindset that he has. It might be a case of just not the work rate and the consistency to influence a game, but I've got to say props to that particular pass that he pulled off. He shimmied, made the pass, a cutout pass, and it was a good goalkeeping display by the Trinidad and Tobago keeper that stopped Colin potentially getting Jamaica on the score sheet. But yeah, what's the kind of culture that you want to see with the Reggae Boyz?
So, Coach, Rich Pool has this uncanny ability to ask a question and then answer it.
Yes.
And so,
Because for me, just to interject there, Katak, one part of the question me I go answer, you cannot know by a person coming to play if they are fully committed, Richard.
And that has been said. The coach has answered the question, Richard. And again, you seek to ask a question which the coach has addressed. Work rate, discipline, teamwork. That will be the DNA of the players who represent Jamaica. That's what work with it. The man never says skill. As a matter of fact, he said even before talent and skill. If you don't have those three and he can't see it, he never. Coach, you were there even longer than I was listening, because I joined the stream a little after it started. Did you hear the coach mention commitment one time? I didn't hear it when he was outlaying. Unlike Paul Hall, who started with commitment. The first thing Paul Hall was looking for was commitment. Now I know that you're a Paul Hall disciple, but this is the Grim Reaper's era. This is the dentist chair, and it's discipline, teamwork, and work rate. Hard work. Players that work hard on the field. And sir, you have just defined in Lamar Walker a big missing element in terms of work rate. And the coach say, I heard Hargreaves say, if you're missing any of those things, you won't find yourself having a place in the Jamaican team. Correct me if I'm wrong, coach.
No, man, yeah, that's what you heard. We have a caller online. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, gentlemen. Mr. Lindsay, Richard,
Yeah, man.
Ketterer. I heard Richard ask a question, Nicola, but I don't want to have it the wrong way in it. I don't want to have it the wrong way, but tomorrow this squad will be announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, I heard Richard say something about players. I mean, something like not committed, or players who are not committed to the Jamaican cause or whatever. No, I don't need that tonight. I just we have some unity tonight, because maybe Richard don't really make it certain way, but some people look at it up and then them are gonna go other places with it. So this commitment thing and stuff like that. So we could just keep away from that tonight, please. I'm just begging, I'm just asking. Just let us move on in a joyous way, and whether local or overseas, everybody come together. And the last time the campaign, the last campaign we had, these are how things started. One man come up with it clear, committed and stuff like that, and then everybody take it up and cause a diligence. So please, I'm just saying that.
Alright, caller, big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
Alright, so the people them said the caller was loud. Walker is a good player. Yeah, that may I say he's a good player. He's a good player.
It did sound a little distorted.
He's not living up to the expectation of the type of player that he is, in my estimation. So, but it seems as if people would have a problem if he's in the team.
My question to Wells, I want to ask Wells, what great contributions has Lamar Walker made to the Jamaican national team? I'm interested to know. So you can put it in the comment section and coach, you can highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
So with the caller, again, I agree with the caller. I don't think we do this at the time, because there are no players coming in here who are not committed. Right? And I honestly believe that what we're talking about is building a pool, younger and younger players pinning their hopes to Jamaica. And because I have a little something to do with some things, I know that there's one particular striker who was in tears when he found out that when his grandmother told him that she born in England and that is her father that was born in Jamaica. So he would not be eligible for Jamaica. And the young man broke down. You can, if Coach Devon Porter is here, he can probably confirm. But we can't say the name of the youth. But my man was devastated. Worse yet, another player from his club, forward at Jamaica. And they see what's happening, and the professionals and elite academy players are pinning their hopes to Jamaica. So we will lose out on some, we will lose out on a few, but there are many. If I can quote Devon, when him talk, he said, there's a time when he was calling players. Nowadays, players are calling him. Parents are calling him. Parents are calling other people to ask, how can my child play for Jamaica? Man is calling you and saying, yo, I play in League One. How can I play for Jamaica? And you have to say to them, look, blood, you scored 9 goals in League One. It's not going to work. Because man is looking for Michael Antonio. That's who you're representing. The standard of what is required to play for Jamaica is lifted, especially by the likes of the Omari Hutchinsons, the Dexter Lembekisis, the Tyler Roberts, who are starters in the PL2, who have a fairly good record. You know what I mean?
I was picking up particularly Cataract on when I was referring to that particular point, because there's so much to discuss, no doubt, and full respect.
But can we leave that point?
Of course. It's just because I heard you in the conversation when you were referring and talking about Ivan Toney, and I was just wondering why that particular point was being protracted and drawn out when we should be focusing on who is representing the Reggae Boyz. That was my only point. That was the main point why I was asking about that. But going forward, I think that there should be a lot of pride in representing Jamaica. Whoever is selected by Coach Hyman, and we should get fully behind them. I think it's the Ivan Toney situation. I just wondered why you were protracting it, and that was the main reason why I asked that particular question. I'm concerned with who is representing Jamaica. That's what I'm concerned.
Yeah, but Ivan Toney is not representing Jamaica.
Right.
Which is why I was wondering why Ivan Toney was being mentioned so long by Cataract. I was just inquiring. And my point is, don't label that.
Yeah, but the question didn't state that it was an inquiry in the point that Cataract made.
Okay.
It was a total different thing.
Well, I think it was maybe perceived, but that is exactly my train of thought when I was asking about that particular point. I want to know what it is about, because, I want to know who's representing Jamaica. That's my concern. Not who is or who could have been. I'm concerned with who is putting their hand up saying, I'm available. As Cataract made mention, there were loads of people who are coming to Devon saying, I want to represent Jamaica. Those are the people that I want to hear about regarding Jamaican football and the Reggae Boyz. In that point, simple as that.
And I would say simple as it, Coach. Do you recall a year or so ago, Coach, Sir Richard of London was given a task by the fans?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall?
Yes.
I'll know.
I'll know.
Today, whenever Ivan Toney takes the field, you, sir, would be branded the Tapper Whitmore of convincing players, because you were asked to write to the player, you were asked to reach out to the diaspora where he's from and get the diaspora together and try and convince him. And we have heard nothing back from you. And Gareth Southgate has snatched a player that we needed. But, so you have a lot to answer to, sir, but not today. Not today. Because today is about the squad.
Not today, not yesterday, and not tomorrow.
Yeah, man,
JD, is anyone listening out there? IMAX Sit and Company. Cataract, that is ridiculous what you've just said. But it's interesting. I don't know if it's tongue in cheek, but that's part of the I want to be diplomatic and say there are certain things that we need to deal with. So let's move on and deal with some constructive things. It's not amateur hour around.
But you are not going to get away.
It's not amateur hour here. It's not amateur hour here. We're concerned with the Reggae Boyz and Coach Hyman, Al Grimson.
It was on Coach's desk that you made a commitment, and we take you up on it. Coach, the other question I want to ask about the team. Fans in the comment section, every man a man. Should Ravel Morrison make the 23-man squad?
Ask Tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks, answer that.
How much game time has he had? He's
Jesus,
had some.
please, you can't answer by asking me a question. Is that you think yes or no? You can't ask about a question, Tiddly.
What is happening in the English grammar schools?
Yeah.
Question and answer question.
CD.
Well, remember you're the pan of yellow, just a reminder.
Yeah, man, but we're reasoning. I'm sure I'm not going to get a yellow for reasoning and asking for clarity. I'm speaking regarding Ravel Morrison. Talent-wise, of course, the guy deserves a place and is ready. Is he a hard worker and prepared to fight for the cause? Absolutely. So I would say yes. My hesitation on asking for clarity is that in light of the maybe lack of footballing first team appearances, maybe that could be an issue. So I wanted to know how much time has he had at club level that he feels confident to represent Jamaica high altitude against the Mexicans and to be able to give of his best. Of course, we know that he's got the talent, he's got the endeavor, the willingness, the heart, the eye for a goal, the eye for a pass. And on that basis, absolutely, he deserves and merits a place. Coach Heimar is the person that I'm going to trust with the ultimate decision, irrespective, because I'm sure he knows exactly how the land lies regarding Ravel's fitness and availability, and does he meet the requirements? You mentioned already, what is it? Teamwork, hard work, and discipline. That's what Coach Heimar is looking for. If he meets those three criteria, then Ravel, for me, is in the squad.
Rob Smith is saying, Cataract, he's not playing and didn't play well, but do we have any better that we can say drop Ravel?
And the real question, the reason why I asked that is because if you remember, my previous question was about what's the best role for Daniel Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Because Daniel Johnson is that playmaker for Preston. You certainly have Bobby Reid can play the playmaking role when he plays a small forward. So a second striker. Thinking basketball is small forward. He plays a second striker. So is it time to give Daniel Johnson that mantle that Ravel has of making those passes, etc., etc.?
Well, as Mr. Tiddlywing says, a good question. We can talk all we want here.
Yeah, but
when it comes on to the coach has the final say. But saying that to say, we can give our own analysis over here. Ravel still strings the passes. And the issues I have with him, he's slow in the middle of the park, and he tends to walk sometimes, especially in transition from the other team in midfield to attacking us. So that is where I would have a problem with Ravel. Where Tiddly them gone?
No, sir, I'm here.
I'm on side Bootil.
Some provocative questions. Just post the squad again. I am not picking a squad for the coach. We have at coach's desk. We have no authority to pick a squad. We're just acting as analysts and fans and all those things here.
Yeah, we don't have, I don't have the squad, people. Don't follow Real Baller that I have the squad. I don't have the squad. You understand?
Hey, Cataract, you must be happy. You must be happy as a Leeds fan. Wolves 2, Leeds 4. I made mention in a short broadcast I made earlier that one of the hardest things, in my opinion, in football to do is scoring a goal. Where the Reggae Boyz are concerned, if they concede a goal, if anyone concedes one goal, you have to score at least 2 to win a game. If you concede 2 goals, you need to score at least 2 to equalize. If you concede 1, you need to score at least 1. The hardest thing in football, in my opinion, is to score a goal. And I must say, just to offer some clarity, I am a passionate Reggae Boyz but football fan. So I draw for the likes of Arsenal at club level. And I appreciate when footballers and clubs perform to the best of their abilities. So it's interesting. I can't close my eyes and blank the memories and the history of where I'm coming from as a football fan. So I look at club league football level and I look at Champions League, international football. I want to see the best for the Reggae Boyz. They need to have the capability to be able to score, have the cutting edge when it matters. They need to be able to defend soundly. They need to have that attacking capacity, which is why I'm fascinated to hear you talking about such a thing as who should be the attacking midfielder. It looks as though, and would you say that we are maybe slightly spoiled for choice? Is that one of our strongest areas, the creative area? If we're looking at a Bobby Reid who is in terrific form for Fulham, are we looking at DJ and Ravel as at least three options in terms of that creative fulcrum for the Reggae Boyz?
The issue, okay, so I disagree with you. The hardest thing in football is to keep a clean sheet because there are many more ways of scoring goals than preventing goals, right? You can even score an own goal. But the reason is that goals win matches and defense wins tournaments. That's what we're told over a long haul. If you don't concede, you can't lose. That's the great Brian Clough. I think he said so. The coach is building. The coach is building from the back, and I believe that even as that happens, there are some players who have Jamaican passports who are performing. Who it'll be interesting to hear. I hear the name Casey Palmer coming up a lot. Although he has never really been in Jamaica's plans apart from the solitary game that he played for us, or 2 games, I think. And then he had an unfortunate situation in going to Japan. But we have to fix. Jamaica does not put away its chances. Does not put away its chances. We create a number of chances each game. At an international level, that can be very, very cruel. Because that's why, for example, Filippo Inzaghi was not considered a good international for Italy, even though he, for AC Milan, he was, godlike, and the other clubs he played for, because he just needed so many chances and missed so many chances in order to score. And in international football, you don't get that many chances. You have to be clinical. That's why Harry Kane is revered by Southgate. Christian Vieri, we remember those players. Raul for Spain, just to name a few who were real goal poachers. Gary Lineker, because they are not going to miss very many chances. They're going to, and they're also going to convert half chances. So we're not even talking about half chances. We're talking about big chances, as Coach Mincy calls them. I've heard him refer to them as big chances. So that was the question. I don't think that Casey Palmer I would expect to see Casey Palmer in this squad, despite his form with his club. But the other question, to be honest, I don't know those who watch Scottish football.
Well, on the cataract. Travis is saying here if you are the recruitment officer for the international players born in England of Jamaican heritage. Travis, cataract is a fun. That's all I can say. And if you want to add to that, it's up to him. Because to keep the spirit of the show going on them something. Yeah. So I try to get noticed. So, Coach, I'm a walking encyclopedia when it comes to international players who are eligible to represent Jamaica. Put some respect for my name. I'm gonna pick the teeth. The Coach will throw me out. See the man come throw me off over there. I say, Facebook, come in. Can man just got some man bad luck to him.
I can tell same throw you off. Peace and love. Cataract is hopefully, well, I believe he's a ultra. He want the very best for the Reggae Boys. I saw today, I don't know if you watched the game, I saw Brighton take on Grimsby in the FA Cup quarter-final. They're not going to take on CD's team, Manchester United. I remember the 1983 final, a replay. Big things are going there. So an 18-year-old by the name of Evan Ferguson. I saw this young player. Been hearing some good things about him. He's had a terrific season for Brighton, who are flying high in the Premier League. Evan Ferguson, 18-year-old, scored a brace today. Cameras on him, big-time performance, looked good. He reminded me, and my mind cast on Dujon, Whisper, Richards. Fearless, confidence, skillful, ready to work hard, not someone who is shaky when it comes to finding the back of the net. I think that we've got a little gem for the Reggae Boys in Whisper. And I hope if he gets the call up for this Nations League that we don't put too much pressure on him, but I'm sure that Coach Jaime knows exactly what he's doing. But we've got a little gem there. As I said, it's very difficult. Cataracts, you suggested that defense is arguably the hardest thing, keeping a clean sheet. Well, you know, when some people can pack, the likes of Bournemouth and certain team will pack a defense. They'll get 10 men behind the ball. Makes it very difficult to score. Jamaica, as we know, good defense, reasonable defense, but not the best defense necessarily. And if a team such as a Mexico scores one goal on us, then to win the game or to even draw the game, we need to find the back of the net. Hence why I think it's not necessarily the easiest thing. And in my opinion, it is a very difficult task. That's why the cool heads are needed and that they paid the big bucks. The Harry Kanes, the Ivan Tonys, the Homarios, Ronaldos. The list goes on. Very, very, very interesting. I saw the game again today. Chelsea versus Everton. Chelsea, bag of talent, billions on the pitch. Felix, Havertz make it 2-1. Games going into the dying embers. Everton scraping. I again thought of the Reggae Boys. I thought, wonder if this was Chelsea. Chelsea being a Mexico and Jamaica is a Everton. You could make some reasonable comparisons. Outmatched in terms of the talent, maybe edging it, but right down in the dying embers, a long ball this time is actually played, and onto the ball comes a Mr. Sims. Don't know too much about the brother, but I can tell you something. He had the quality, the composure, and the wherewithal to finish, beat an outstanding defender, quality defender in Kubale. He makes it 2-2. Jamaica, I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform on the pitch, and that's why I'm trying to use all my energy, my positive energy, to support Coach Jaime and everyone who is called up from defense to midfield to attack, because it's not going to be easy. This journey, Gold Cup, World Cup, Nations League. So we need to be as positive and encouraging as possible. What's calling a spade, and that's not detrimental to the Reggae Boys. We want them to keep things simple, play the simple pass, play the switch play, press well, defend well, attack, and let the game flow. DJ, Bobby, Whisper. We've got some talented players. Amari Bell in the back line. Javane Brown, Cephas, I think he's in Slovakia, Slovenia. We've got some talented individuals. I want them to fully flourish. So I'm 150% besides Coach Jaime in seeing what we can do, because that last campaign, we don't want to go back there. So it's onwards and upwards. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this team conducts himself against a tough Mexican team. But it's not all over. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on the pitch.
Kyle Wallace is saying that Tyreek McGee is a missing passer that we need in the middle of the park. Who agrees with that statement?
That's I said the rat.
Huh?
That's I.
You agree?
Not I.
On what grounds?
He's
making reference to how we terrorized Costa Rica and United States in the Gold Cup.
Right. Wow. Watching two different games.
Tyreek is clearly a player over the... Go ahead, Katok. I was going to say that he's a player that polarizes opinions. Tyreek McGee. He polarizes opinions. He is a talented individual, no doubt about it. But did we not see the interview that he gave to Sportsmax? Did anyone see the interview he gave to Sportsmax?
I think everyone saw it. If they didn't, they need to go and watch it. And the fact of the matter is, if he was such a terrorizing passer of the ball and this creative genius, his team, which is struggling, that's Cassipen, he would be at least on the bench for them. So let's not just get ahead of ourselves. And he had a decent, but he had a fairly good game against Costa Rica. Against the United States, he was all right. He was decent. I don't think the game like the Chelsea to Mexico and those things. Chelsea is an expensively established flop. Hundreds of millions of pounds of flop. So I don't think it. I think Richard's analogy is misplaced because Mexico is not an assembled flop. A Mexican team assembled represents a clear and present danger. And certainly Chelsea versus Everton is not a David and Goliath. Everton is a massive club. Maybe not in this era, but certainly with fans and history, etc. And they have a number of international players in their ranks. The young man that you mentioned, Ellis Sims, is an interesting one. And I look forward to the battle for the signature of Ellis Sims on international football because he can represent Jamaica, England, and interestingly, Poland.
Hello. Interesting indeed. I did not know that. Matty Cash style, Aston Villa's right. Polish interview.
Yeah. So you know, it's really there. He was at Sunderland on a full season loan, and then he was recalled to join back the Everton senior team, break his loan, and people feel that it might stunt his development. But it's an interesting one to watch to see who he pins his international future to. In certainly, I believe that when the new season begins, there'll be a fight from both Poland and hopefully Jamaica. I can't see where he'll fit into England, which sometimes, you know, when one door closes, another one opens. But he's no Ivan Toney. But with the bringing in of Ivan Toney, a lot of strikers, the door would have been closed on them for the foreseeable future, unless there's, of course, barring injury. So, interesting one. But Tyreek McGee just needs to... I don't understand how he can't secure a loan, even within... For all that we say about Junior Flemings, at least he found a loan at some lower division. I don't understand this. So somebody who is a Tyreek McGee like brain drain, because your credibility is really shot where that's concerned. You have to explain how come a Division 4 team, a Division 3 team, a Division 2, a First Division team in Belgium hasn't taken up a loan offer for McGee if he's this genius. Because we have to always remember, Rich Pooh and Coach, in those leagues and environments, those are pro-licensed coaches looking at the players, not cataract with enough footballing sense, or people with D license who claim they're a big coach and know everything. No, these are scouts who are highly paid scouts, because in those leagues, promotion and relegation is a £1 million business. Right? There are teams looking for creative players right now as we speak. Go Southampton or Everton. How come Tyreek McGee never loan over there if he's this great thing? Because nobody can see him, not even in the reserves. So my man has to wheel, come again, and get his career back on track. None of this rocking dolly business. And then man I go tell you, oh, he did great at JC. Nobody knows about that. In these environments, these are
But he came on the show, Kataraka, and said that the JC thing never helped him because when you have persons in the middle of the park doing defensive duty, him just stay and wait for ball and just string in attack. Him say it on the show already.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with what you're saying.
It's a rough thing. It's a rough thing. But he has management. You will have an agent. Those people have to be called into question as to what are you doing with the young man's career. Because a player is not responsible for their career. They have management and agents. Who's supposed to be helping you to make the right choice? The agent is supposed to be selling you.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Mr. Butler is selling us that Whisper is the next Pele. Right? Well, let us see it in Mexico. And
I think Maggie contract end at the end of this season.
There's a problem because what we're going to see him at Portmore United, the retirement home for the Salad and Pile Massive from the Manning Cup. A serious business. A serious business. And why I said to you earlier, I was so firm, Coach, earlier, to sustain a professional career for a decade takes significant discipline, self-discipline, both on and off the field, right? You take care of your body, nutrition, physicality, what you do in the gym. You can't cheat the gym work. You will be aware of that, Coach, as a track people. The people that cheat the gym work and stuff, them suffer on the track. Those who don't train hard, those are the ones that end up with the thing, with injuries and those things. So I don't know, and I don't think we'll be seeing Tariq McGee near the Jamaican squad anytime soon. Really and truly. People hit the like button.
Yeah, man, because I reach upon a 2 hour mark, you know, probably another 8 minutes and then we cut out a year, you know. Because you know the Monday morning thing going on.
Traffic.
Yeah, man, the Monday morning thing, a wicked thing. So,
Respect.
Katark, any final, or make Tiddlywing, share your final thoughts, expectation from this press conference tomorrow. If people want question to be asked, you can actually send your question to the number 876-474-3538, and then if possible, we can ask a lot of questions because you know, so we always get time out for them thing there. So I hope, you know, something good will happen in terms of holding the meeting for long. But Tiddlywing, share your final thoughts.
I'm looking forward to Coach Jaime Algrimson's vision coming to fruition. This is a much anticipated squad drop, and
yeah, man.
I'm just wishing them the very best. Coach, it was interesting that, you know, after Suchman and Paul Hall, we were baying for a change, looking for a professional coach, a coach who knew a direction he wanted to travel in, who could bring out the flavor, the best in the Reggae Boyz, who could be fully committed to the Reggae Boyz cause. From what I've seen and heard, Coach Jaime Hallgrimsson, the dentist, seems to be that guy. He's been very sociable, coming onto social media. He's been very good with the media. He's taken in a lot of the JPL action. He's watched the games during the Qatar World Cup. He's traveled to England. He's shown a lot of respect, and hopefully he will put his best foot forward and do things his way, fully respective of the input that no doubt it will have had from others involved in the selection process. So I'm looking forward to the selection, and I'm wishing the Reggae Boyz the very, very best against Mexico. Mexico will not be sleeping when it comes to this game. I think they'll be acutely away. Maybe they'll have some tricks up their sleeves. Maybe they'll have some loud music. Maybe they'll have the sound of a crowd. But for the players on the field of play, they'll recognize that Jamaica have a new coach at the helm. They'll recognize that Jamaica is not a team to be slept on, and they'll be absolutely right. But they'll fancy their chances. Jamaica have got that 1 point lead in the Nations League. Mexico have got 2 tough games, Suriname, and then they've got Jamaica to deal with. So let us see what happens. But I'm looking forward to the selection drop, and then no doubt we'll discuss the ins and outs of the matter. But for everyone who is selected, full respect, and we stand beside the Reggae Boyz. The Reason Boss certainly does. Yeah. Bless up, and thank you for not giving me a yellow card, and thank you for all those viewers and subscribers yesterday, I believe it was, who did not issue, was it the day before, did not issue the second yellow. I appreciate that. I did read the comment section. It was very interesting listening. So without question, I'm a Reggae Boy fan, but I'm a football fan, so don't take it nowhere when me a reason. But CD, I respect your diplomacy and your hosting of Coach's Desk. Cataract, I respect yourself and the viewers and subscribers, and I will endeavor to keep it according to the subject at hand, because I don't want to be Mr. Yellow Card Man. Blessed.
All right, big up yourself. Cataract, 2 few seconds.
All right, quick. Yeah, man, respect to the fans, the ultras, big up on yourself. It's an interesting day tomorrow. Look forward to the squad being named and the press conference. Hopefully coach can get some time out from his busy track and field schedule, because they want the taxman run things. Expecting a strong squad to be named by Coach Hargreaves, and this assignment, I hope, God guide him and he can pick the right blend of players, those who are deserving. I'm not pushing nobody to be on a team or a squad. Whoever he sees fit that can carry out his instructions and his philosophy, we work with it. And look forward to the choices. And as I said, I expect at least one new face in this team. And wish that player well.
All right. So there you have it, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. It was a good show. Big up to the viewers and subscribers who came on and like the video. You share it. You subscribe if you're new. Big up yourself. Thanks to Rich Poe. Thanks to Cataract. Thanks to the callers who called in. And we continue to give you good footballing content where Reggae Boyz is concerned. And of course, throughout you'll also get your track and feel of the things. Updates and so forth. So people, stay safe. Until next time, we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the press conference.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.